Naomi, let me be clear. The enemy, the programmers want us to fight back physically so they have a pretext to engage us. I do not believe in offensive military asymmetrical strikes against them. But if they're rounding people up and taking them to FEMA camps, it is not a right. It is a duty in the Declaration of Independence to resist 110%. And I believe the American people, if we don't turn things around peacefully, we may do that. We have a chance. It is going to go to the next ballot box, which is the cartridge box, and it's going to be hell.
Yeah, well, as let's first talk about peaceful revolution and the rule of law, because as I think there are many women listening and many mothers like me who are sort of thinking, God forbid, let's do everything in our power to keep that from being the outcome. Because, of course, you're right. When there's a coup, what happens next is, battles in the streets and civil war. I mean, that's just historically what happens. But, God forbid, and there's a lot of opportunity for us to use the rule of law. Let me talk about one action step I'm calling on people to do. There has been a coup, as I've argued, and so there should be immediate bipartisan impeachment proceedings and then the filing for prosecution and arrest of George Bush and other high officials who have committed, in my reading, treason because they're making war against the American people, which in the Constitution defines treason, making war on the United States. So there is a wonderful prosecutor, and I'm sure you've talked about her, Charlotte, I beg your pardon, a woman running for for Attorney General in Vermont, Charlotte Dennett, and she has promised to prosecute and arrest George Bush and other high officials who've committed high crimes and misdemeanors. And Vincent Bugliosi is going to be her prosecutor.
Yeah, that is the key. That is the key, is to declare them criminals and illegitimate. I'm just saying, Naomi, a lot of us aren't going to run into pits and be shot in the back of the head. Nobody's taking my children. It's not happening. I'm not looking for a fight. But I'm asking the American people, if they try to take you to camps, resist them in the name of the Republic.
Well, and I'm asking the American people to rise up and use the rule of law first, because history shows that the real threat.
But should we go to death camps? Should we go to death camps? Should we go ahead and give in and go to death camps if they tell us?
Well, of course we shouldn't go to death camps. I mean, when, there's a lot of models for, even my people who are so kind of, non-violent by instinct, there was resistance in the Warsaw Ghetto. Obviously self-defense is an important American value.
As Alexander Solzhenitsyn said, the machine would have ground to a halt if every night when the secret police came out to pick up citizens to take them to the gulags, they would have been met with daggers and hammers and hatchets in the doorways. We'll be right back with Naomi Wolf. 5 final minutes.
Thank you for listening to GCN.
I'm going to keep talking to her.
Visit GCN.
Naomi, you've got to leave us now, or can you...
I do. A car is coming for me in a couple of minutes.
You have to leave right now.
Interesting. This is definitely a gender divide, because as a single mom, I don't have a firearm and I don't know how to use one.
But where'd you grow up?
In San Francisco.
Well, I mean, the women around here, and I mean, these are intellectual, powerful women, a true feminist. I am woman, hear me roar. They are locked and loaded, and they're going to blow the New World Order straight to hell.
As I say, I'm definitely evolving. I think it's not a bad idea to know how to use it.
Let me tell you, that's the true feminist, is that warrior female, gorgeous, strong. Her babies aren't going to a FEMA camp. They're not getting shot up. And I guarantee you, our women are going to resist as well. One way or the other, the New World Order is coming down.
Okay. Well, I'll read anything you want me to, and I should say goodbye to you because the car is waiting in the...
We're going to let you go, Naomi. I appreciate you coming on, and I want to, I don't want to wait 3 or 4 months to have you back up. Let's have you up on the eve of the election.
I would love that. And can I have Kelly get my new book to you, certainly, and I would love to make sure that the movie gets into your hands.
All right. Well, this has been an amazing 2-hour brainstorm, and thank you for spending time with us.
Thank you. I'm so grateful for your educating me, Alex.
No. You've educated us a lot as well. Naomi Wolf, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Naomi Wolf had to go. She had a car picking her up for some TV program. We'll jam in a few final phone calls right now. We'll keep taking them, too, with Lindsey Williams coming up. We've got into some hardcore subjects there with her. We're sold on the military, the police ruling us with weapons, but we can't defend ourselves. Oh, it's bad. Oh, it's not. Oh, guns. You better fear guns in the hands of evil. And we reach out to the former sheriff, the current Austin police chief. We have them here. We're trying to deprogram the police. But I'm not going to any FEMA camp. You're not taking my children. You understand? Stop engaging in evil. Back off. You work for criminals. Period. Chris in Florida. Richard. Tweedledee, Summer, and others. Go ahead, Chris.
Hello, Alex. I basically just recently woke up, probably 6 months ago. I've become a sponge. Found out basically that they've been creating tyranny and, they passed Patriot Act 1 and 2 and all this stuff. But my question was, I personally am not going to any camp. If it comes down to it, I love America. I'm definitely a patriot, ardent at heart. But
let me just say this, and if it goes to that, don't wait for them in your house, folks. If they've done things to make you stand up, you go out and find them on your terms.
Absolutely.
And if anybody kills me, I want to be avenged. And I want to avenge all the other patriots. I want that on record.
Right.
Go ahead.
My question was, what was going on in the big cities? Because I heard you talking about crowd control and the waffle gun and the stuff about St. Louis, and then you said some kind of link or something as far as what was.
Well, I read where the Wired magazine reports, and it's got a military report admitting that the microwave gun will actually kill people.
Right.
It's shooting you with high-powered microwaves. It says it'll kill them. It says death right here. Army orders pain ray trucks. New report shows potential for death. Now, they're telling you they're ordering them now. They're pre-deployed in every city. Helicopters with knockout gas to knock out whole cities. That'll kill about 10% of the public, their studies show. And by the way, cops, they're going to kill your wives and children, too. Go ahead and laugh. Go ahead and find out. Go ahead and find out what your masters will do when they nerve gas or use opiate gases on you.
Do you have a link?
I just gave you the headline, man. Army orders pain ray trucks. The whole link. Okay, http://blog.wired.com/defense/10/army-ordering-p.html.
All righty. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your call. Anything else? Richard in Texas, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Well, Alex, I think I first started watching you when you wore a white shirt and a tie on cable access. And I also want to say hats off to my painter. I'm a commercial realtor and degreed professional, and 4 years ago I was still pretty ignorant. But he really helped me out a lot with your tapes, your videos, and everything. Two things real quickly. Folks can do a lot. They can email articles. They can talk to people. You don't know how many times I've held impromptu classes that I never meant to hold at different functions and meetings, and folks are hungry for this information. The other type are scared to death, their eyes glaze over. My philosophy is let them go. But the other thing I've started to witness, and I haven't seen this in a long, long time, if ever, I do hang out at one of the local gun stores. I'm an avid target shooter and collector, and it's not the one downtown. It's one of the more remote ones. A lot of law enforcement comes through there, and they all say the same thing. They're getting ready. But the thing I've seen that I have never seen before in the last year is I've seen mom and pop, grandma and granddad buying AR-15s, AK-47s, all semi-autos, high-cap 9mm, and I would dare say that those guns are outselling deer rifles this time of year. And we watched a grandmother come in and buy an assault shotgun, and I said, what are you getting that for? She says, they're coming. He says, I just need to be ready. Folks are actually starting to wake up and see this stuff coming. They don't always know what to do, and they need the education.
Stay there. I'm gonna let you finish on the other side, then Lindsey Williams and other calls, and I'll get to you, folks. Yeah, all I know is I may not make it through this, but a lot of you are. We're going to kick their butt. We're going to win. We'll be right back.